Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pressing Matters. I'm Scott. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for your support. Well, by now you've probably seen dozens of videos on this subject. Buckingham Nicks was just re-released by Rhino High Fidelity, mastered by Kevin Gray. This is a welcome release because it's been nearly 40 years since it's had a vinyl reissue. I will leave the story about that to others to describe to you. I'm sure you know it already. But the important thing is that this record set the template for what was to come when they joined Fleetwood Mac. It has many of the trademarks of the next Fleetwood Mac album, which is the self-titled. The incredible harmonies between Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, the wonderful guitar playing from Lindsey as well. The songwriting is getting there too. It's not chock full of hits, but it has some very strong material on it, including Crystal, which is a very famous track from this album, and Frozen Love. There are others too. I wouldn't say it's a 5-star album all the way through, but it is musically interesting and compelling. And for that reason, I have always liked listening to my original pressing. Now, the true original pressing is the RL Master Disc, and that is not the one I have. However, mine is a US pressing from 1973 with PRC in the dead wax. So it was a simultaneous release. I don't know the mastering engineer on it, but I've always treasured it, and the sound is very, very good on the original pressing. I listened to the original pressing for a couple of months leading up to this, and I have to say that when I listen to the original pressing, I am consistently impressed with the sound. Right now I'm listening to it on the Perpetuum Ebner PE6060 turntable with an Ortophon Quintet Black S, which is a Shibata stylus. It's going to the Phasmation EA350 phonostage, and then into my tube amp, which is the KN A50T, and into my speakers, which are the System Audio Pandion 30s, which combined make a beautiful, beautiful sounding system. The original has a warmth to it that I really like. It has plenty of detail and separation and clarity, but not at the expense of musicality. When I hear the guitars that open the album, I hear the full sound of the guitar. All the warmth and nuance, but still plenty of detail and texture. In the vocals too, vocal harmonies are clear and separated. You hear warmth and body in the vocals, and it's a lush, lovely, all analog listen. Very, very pretty. As a matter of fact, I found very little to criticize on the original pressing. It looks like this. It's on the Polydor label. Mine is in really good shape. I was very lucky to stumble across it. It has one of these sleeves from Full Moon Records in Rochester. Yeah, it's a polyline sleeve. It's a Polydor pressing, 1973. This sounds rich, sounds beautiful. Sounds really hard to criticize. It's lovely. Really, really beautiful. So how does the Rhino Hi Fi stack up? Well, with Rhino Hi Fi, it's a series that's nearly universally acclaimed. Kevin Gray, who is one of my favorite mastering engineers, is doing all the cuts for this series from the original master tapes. And the results are interesting. Many times they veer from the original sound of the original pressing. So that's not surprising. It is a hi-fi series, and it's supposed to bring out more. And the Rhino High Fidelity does bring out more in several significant ways. There is an extra level of clarity for sure. There is an accentuation of detail, which is common for the Rhino High Fidelity series, and a lot of people love it. There is a widening of the soundstage and a better sense of depth as well. So you really feel like you're getting closer to the master tape. I can't say what the master tape sounds like, but these two records do sound different in a way. The tonality is similar, but when you really listen back and forth, I feel like the Rhino has a lack of warmth in the mid-range, and it really makes a difference to me on my system. The clarity and separation and extension is magnificent, but without that warmth, it feels a little bit tipped up to me. The bass is fine. Everything else is working well together. And it's a great sounding record on its own. I think what it boils down to is if you don't have an original pressing, you'll be very happy with the resolution and clarity of the Rhino High Fidelity. If you're a fan of the series already, you're going to love this record. And I like it very much as an alternate listen. For me, though, I feel like the original has a warmth and connection that I really enjoy. It draws me in a way that doesn't draw attention to itself. The Rhino High Fidelities, like this one and like many in the series, present things in such stark clarity and detail that for those that are used to the warmer sound of the original pressing, it may take them aback a bit. Certain systems are going to make this record shine. And I would say tubes in the system would be a good thing. I have tubes in my system, and it does sound good, but I really feel more connected to the original in this case. That's not to say that Kevin Gray didn't do a great job with it. He did a great job with it, the same as he does with all the Rhino High Fidelity series. But they do have a particular signature, and it is a focus on clarity and detail. And sometimes I feel at the expense of the warmth and musicality that is evident in earlier pressings. So what do you do? Well, there is a Chris Bellman cut out there too. So you can compare what Chris Bellman did with it to Kevin Gray's. But I don't think anyone will be disappointed with the Buckingham Nicks reissue. I'm glad that I have it. It offers a open window onto this tape, which is very interesting and welcome. To me, though, I feel like the original has a magic about it that I just feel like it complements this music in a way that draws you into their performances rather than kind of admiring the technical detail. And I feel like that's where the difference is here between these two pressings. Both are interesting. Both will appeal to different listeners. The original is kind of hard to find, so that might be an issue too. And even this PRC pressing sounds great. I can imagine if the Robert Ludwig is the one to get, that it's even better. So you have many choices for this album. You have the Chris Bellman, which I haven't heard. You have the original PRC and Robert Ludwig pressings, and now you have this new reissue from Rhino High Fidelity from Kevin Gray. Which one will appeal to you is a matter of taste and your system. So let me know what you think about it if you've heard it. And until next time, I'm Scott for the Pressing Matters. Have a great day.